Hey, fellow YouTubers, it's me again, John Lavelle. And I want to give you a tip on how to keep your kids from ever taking drugs. Now, the mistake most people make is they figure their kid's never going to take drugs, so they don't concern themselves with it until one day they find out their kid is on drugs. The kid's like 16 or 17 years old. And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to tell them anything at 16 or 17. For some reason, they know everything. They know way more than you do, and they're convinced of that. And they don't see the pitfalls of continuing on with this lifestyle where it ends up being in rehab for years and years, or they can end up dead, or, you don't want that. Okay, so you love your kids, you don't want that. So the secret to keeping your kids away from drugs is you start to talk to them about it when they're 6 years old and they're 7 years old, and you bring up the conversation at the dinner table and you tell them everything that you know that's negative about that lifestyle. How people die from the stuff, how people get sick from the stuff, and they end up mental problems, and it causes problems in the family, and you're in rehab for years and years and years, and the person can never, ever seem to get their life straightened out. And their life is a mess, and they don't end up, their marriages fall apart, and it's destructive to their children and stuff. So this is when you want to start. You want to start when they're 6 and 7 years old, and let them take part in the conversation, because they'd love to be a part of it and feel like is partially their idea and their wisdom. And this does work. But this whole idea of starting to deal with it when they're 16 and 17, no, they're not going to listen to you. And they'll destroy their lives, and you don't want to see that. I mean, you love these people. They're a part of you. So that's the way to ensure that your kids will get through that phase of that, get over that hump, because it comes up for all kids, and lots of peer pressure and stuff. But I've known people who did this, and when the time came and they were somehow involved with other kids taking drugs, and they wanted them to participate, they just said no, and they walked away. I've seen them leave parties and whatever it took. They honored their own name. They honored the name in which they carry, which is your name. They had some self-respect for themselves and respect for your family. And that's what you want. We need society that works good. We really need to get rid of all this drug crap. It leads to no good, and it costs the taxpayers billions a year to combat this war on drugs. And the simple thing is just teach your kids right. Do it at the beginning when it's the easiest, because you're hardwiring them, and they feel like it's their wisdom, and good for them, and they'll share that with their kids too. And maybe someday we can see the end of all this craziness where we all have to be in some altered state for some reason. Life can't be lived. Life's not bad, without the drugs. But I've never seen life good with it. I've known many of my friends have trashed their lives out because of it. Never got anywhere, especially like the potheads. I knew a guy that was straight A's in school, blew pot for a year heavily, and now he can't put a sentence together. He eats out of garbages at McDonald's because he can't even get welfare or anything. He's just completely finished. And he's not getting his brain back, by the way. He gave it away. Okay, he gave his intelligence away, and it's not coming back. He is brain damaged for life. So you don't want that for your kids. Believe me. So that's what I had to say, and give it a whirl. See ya.